I'm Jennifer Lopez. Welcome to my People Shoot. I love what I do. I love singing and dancing and performing and creating and producing and you know, all the things that I do. I love all of it, and I do it. If nobody ever said, hey, you do good, I'd still do it. You know what I mean? But it's nice when you get to that point where you feel like you're seen. It's in a way that you haven't been seen before. I have had incredibly wonderful years throughout my life so far, but this one for sure is something extra special.
Jennifer Lopez has enjoyed nearly 3 decades worth of career-defining moments in music, television, film, and fashion. But like no other year before it, 2019 was the year of J-Lo.
The big 50th birthday, CFDA Fashion Icon Awards, record-breaking tour, and Hustlers, and the Super Bowl. It's like, I'm like, what is going on? But it's, I don't know, I feel like I've been working towards something and I didn't know what it was, and maybe it was this year, I don't know. I think all the hard work and all the heartbreak and all of the things that I've been through, like personally, and all the hard work I've done professionally, and all of the beautiful things that have happened too, all of it together has kind of come to this moment where people are kind of seeing me. Not that they haven't. They're probably sick of me. They've seen me so much over the years, but I feel like they're recognizing me. They're looking and they're going, oh, you're doing good. You've done good for a long time, and we're really proud of you and happy for you, and we see it.
One of Jennifer's most iconic songs warned us about being blinded by all her glitz and glamour. But in March, Jenny got an enormous rock that made major league headlines.
Former MLB player Alex Rodriguez announced on Instagram on Saturday that the two are engaged.
Yeah, he posted this pic of him holding J-Lo's hand, rocking a massive diamond ring. You can barely see it. Just kidding. It's huge.
By summer, Jennifer's year was getting even hotter. This June, the Council of Fashion Designers of America honored her with its coveted Fashion Icon Award, celebrating a career of legendary looks.
And yes, it's almost 20 years since that green dress. Since that moment, green has always been my lucky color.
Jennifer used the occasion to remind us how far she's come and how much she still has left to accomplish.
It's been around 40 movies, 11 albums, a couple of babies, a couple of divorces, but countless great moments. And as this night shows, there's so much more to look forward to.
And how right she was. Just days after the CFDA Awards, J-Lo kicked off her It's My Party tour, which included 28 electrifying shows across the globe.
We're just gonna go out there and make them dance and sing and smile and cry. All of it!
The world tour celebrated not only J-Lo's hits, but also a very exciting milestone.
Happy birthday, dear Jennifer. Happy birthday to you.
I don't feel like I'm 50, but I know that I am, and I'm proud of that. Obviously, I went and celebrated it on tour all summer and like screamed it to the whole entire nation and the whole world, but I don't feel that way. I feel very youthful. I feel very, again, as good as I've ever been, physically, emotionally, mentally. Where I'm at with my work. I feel very confident in what I do and what I have to offer. You know, all of that stuff together kind of makes for a good combination of like peace and happiness in a way that maybe I struggled in my 30s with, you know, finding the balance of, seemed like whenever I was happy at work, I was miserable at home. Like it just never kind of synced up. And now it's kind of like has this sync that that makes me feel like no matter what happens, I'm okay.
After a red-hot summer, Jennifer Lopez hustled into fall with one of the biggest movies of her career.
Front hook, ankle hook, knee hook. From here, you can do the carousel.
What I loved about Ramona and the character I played in Hustlers is that she was very complex. She was a single mom. She was from the Bronx. She was maternal, but she was also tough. She was also an entrepreneur and a gangster and, a pimp.
What if somebody calls the cops?
And says what?
I spent $5,000 at a strip club, send help.
She was ruthless and maternal at the same time. So just even like the balance of that was so interesting to play, because you have to be able to do both, right? And you have to be able to be the star of the club and kind of the person who brings everybody in, and then the person who will also like backslap her best friend. You know what I mean? Like there's something, there was so many dimensions to her and so many colors to her that it was so much fun to do for me when I was doing it. Now watching it was a different story, because I was like, who is that? And what is she doing? She's a criminal. You know what I mean?
We gotta start thinking like these Wall Street guys. You see what they did to this country? They stole from everybody.
And it was crazy to me, because I'd never played a character like that was so kind of unapologetically out for herself, and just didn't give a about anything or anybody except her money. And please don't get in the way. So, I'm like, you never saw her with a man. I'm like a hopeless romantic. She didn't give a shit what anybody thought, but I kind of think, care about what, everybody feels good or hurting their feelings and stuff like that. So it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to play somebody who was so independent as well.
But mastering Ramona's sexy moves was no walk in the park, even for a dancer as masterful as J-Lo.
Training for the pole dancing was painful and hard, really, really difficult. I've learned a lot of different things from movies, martial arts and shooting and this and that and all kinds of stuff, but this was something totally different.
You're gonna bring your knees up to your hands and you're gonna hook this leg on the pole. Yes, yes, nice. One more climb with the right, you have it.
It was difficult. I was bruised everywhere, chafed, burned, all kinds of stuff, because people don't realize, I never thought about it, that you can't have body makeup on and you can't have tights on or anything, because you slide. It has to be skin to the pole. So the first day I walk into the rehearsal, and I'm like, okay, let's pole dance, it's gonna be fun. I have on sweatpants and like a t-shirt, like a cute t-shirt, and she's like, okay, let's take all it off and you're gonna be in your bra and panties. Might as well get used to it now. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, you can't grip with the thing, won't work. I was like, oh, yes, okay, great, all right, here I go. So that was shocking as well. It's funny, like when I did Hustlers, then I went into rehearsal for the tour. We went on tour for 2 months. The kids came with us. Alex was on the road with me as much as he could. His girls were on the road with me as much as they could. And then Hustlers was coming out a couple of days later when we got back from tour at the Toronto Film Festival, and then it got all this buzz, and that became a thing. And so it was like blessings on blessings on blessings. And then they announced the Super Bowl.
That spectacular Super Bowl halftime show, megastars J-Lo and Shakira are teaming up on stage for the very first time.
It's actually been really challenging for us as a family, and Alex. And Alex has World Series at the same time and postseason baseball, so he's traveling all over. So, as happy as we are, it's actually been difficult during this time to navigate. And, the kids are starting middle school. I don't need to bother you with all my problems, but I mean, this is what it's like to be a working mom. It is what it is. And so it's been challenging, but also, we keep reminding ourselves how amazing life is right now and how blessed I am, how blessed he is, how blessed we are to have these amazing kids, and all of the challenges that come along with that is our life. That's our life, and we're glad for it. We feel so grateful for that. It's not just professionally, it's personally also. I've come to a place as a person where I feel the most comfortable and the most kind of powerful I've ever felt. And that's like two totally different feelings. But when you have the combination of them together, you have this confidence, you have this easiness about you. I don't feel like I have a lot to prove like I did all my life, and I was always kind of working and working and working for that, and it's just been the most amazing year. So far, and I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of it.